With all the products on the market, it can be kind of challenging to figure out where you want to spend your money and what you want to spend your money on when it comes to accessories for your bow. One of the places I think that has become kind of unbelievable is the price of sights. These top tier sights that they're $500, $600, and even $700, I just find mind-boggling. I can't justify that, but we're going to talk about the sight that I think should be sight of the year. This is a Trophy Ridge SWFT Duo. For 230 bucks, you're going to have a hard time telling me there's a better sight than this thing on the market. I've already done a review video on this sight, so you can go watch that if you'd like. I just figured I'd give you another nice close-up. So here's what you got. You've got a lock lever here. This allows you to roll this thing up and down. You've got a dual pin. The lower pin is adjustable. The biggest selling point to me on this sight is that you have a micro adjustable horizontal and vertical movement in addition to being able to roll it on the wheel. So the way you sight this in is you roll it all the way up and then you use the micro adjust to sight it in. You've also got sight tapes you can put on the wheel here. It's got a third axis adjustment and a second axis adjustment. The only thing this doesn't have is a first axis, and I'm going to guess we don't need it. So I'm just using the Hamskea here to get this level. We're leveled front and back. This Baker Archery Products makes this super easy to get your bow level. Okay, so now we know the bow's level. We can look at the bubble up there, and it is obviously way off, so we're going to have to fix that. But let's check the rail, because that's what's going to be important. All right, I was trying to figure out how to show this in one shot. So we can see the strings level. So we're going to take this off and come up here to the rail and just make sure that our rail is also level. I hope you can see that from that angle. That was kind of the hope. Come on, get on there. You see that from there? Oh, not at all. All right, so we'll bring you around here. We'll just make sure that this is focus. There we go. That's pretty dang level if you ask me. So now that we know our rail is level, we need to come in here and fix our second axis because it is way off. So that's just going to be done by these two bolts here. So there's one there and one under there. Now the problem is that is in the way. This is the included sight light. It comes with a really nice light. It's rechargeable. It's got a USB charge port on it. I've used it for, I've actually had it on this bow. That's one off my other sight that I've had on my target bow. Lasted a whole tournament without issue. Plenty of light. Has an auto turn off. Works really good. So let's grab some Allen wrenches and fix this issue. I honestly don't know how to show this to you while I do it all by myself, but I'm going to loosen the bottom screw. The top one is the slotted one, so the bottom just needs to be loose. And the top one's the one that's going to hold it, so I can kind of see that from right here. We're going to lift that up until that's level, making sure my rail's still level. There we go. I think we got it there. How's that look? All right, for third axis, I'll line that up, and holy cow, that's actually, it's actually about there. Okay, cool. Made that easy. In the event you need to adjust your third axis, it's right there. So you just loosen those. It's got some indicator marks there so that this can twist this way. But it was pretty much spot on. When it comes to getting this sight zeroed, you're going to start by rolling it all the way to the top and locking it in place. We're not using the wheel to sight in. We're going to use the micro adjust. So I'm just here at 10. I want to make sure we're on the target. Let's make sure it hits kind of where we're aiming. hit the dot at 10. So let's move back to 20. Molly, come. Hey, come sit back here. Come sit back here. Thank you. All right, we're now about closer to 17. Just make sure again we're on the target. Really high. So I'm not going to move the dial. This is staying here. We are going to use the micro adjust. We're going to loosen this, and this needs to go up quite a bit. And we hit left, so let's add some left to that. Let's just see where that puts us. Well, I think we're dang close there, so let's go move that back to 20, put some tape on the target, and we'll get it dialed in at 20. Well, let's make sure we are dialed at 20. I am not super concerned about left and right today because I do have some breeze, but we should be able to get up and down pretty solid. Well, I can't say that's my best shooting for the day, but we got one below, one on the tape, one above. 20 is pretty close. So now that we've got the sight set up, we've got it sighted in at 20 yards, we are now going to use Pro Archery Ballistics to build a sight tape. I've already done some of the legwork on that. I've already got the measurements for the peep to sight and the arrow to peep. Already got that entered. What I need now is a chrono speed. I have made a couple changes since the setup video. I actually reworked the arrows, cut them down just a little bit, and then I refletched everything with the heat vane so that they're as light as I can get them. And then I did turn the bow up like a full turn. So I think that's what we're going to go with for now. Let's see what she's producing like this. Ooh, 296. It almost tempts me to want to turn it up just like half a turn more to get to that 300 mark. And 296. We're going to go 296. So now that we've got a sight tape, I'm just going to cut these out. I'm probably going to take this one here. Now the thing to remember here, this is just a starter sight tape. This is not the final. So the cool thing with this is you can move these in and out a little bit. So I'm going to push it back out of the way so I have room to get in here with my tape. I need my scissors. So I know this has some adjustment up and down, but I'm going to try to put it as close to that indicator as possible. Looks like I'm going to have to cut that at 120 yards. So I'm going to wrap this all the way around the wheel. I know my hand's right in the way, sorry guys. And tape that baby on. So now all I'm going to do is move my indicator over here a little bit to where I want that. Tighten that up. I'm going to make sure there's 20 indicators right. Actually, boy, I put that right on the money, didn't I? We now have a sight tape. Now here's the thing with this. This is just a preliminary sight tape. This we're just going to go check. So that's what we're going to do right now. Looks like the wind's going to allow us to do this. So we're just going to go start at 20 yards and start stepping back 10 yards at a time and just see where this tape's hitting. And if we need to make some adjustments, we'll do that. We already know 20's on, so I'm going to roll this to 30. Let's just see where we're at. I'm guessing it's pretty dang close because this isn't that far back yet. Inch above the line? All right. like that hit about 3 inches high. Let's try that again. There we go, that was on the line. It's right in there. And the final distance I'm going to shoot today, 70 yards. Can't see where that one hit. That hit a little high. Let's try that again. Well, here's the thing about Pro Archery Ballistics. It works awesome. So I shot 20 to 60 and they were all right here. Pretty good. Looks like 70 started drifting up. So what I'm going to do with this is I am now going to go back and kind of rework my numbers a little bit. I can either change my speeds just a little because I was hitting kind of high and then started hitting a little bit higher. So I can increase my speed by a couple feet per second, print a new sight tape, try it again. Or I can go in and change the drag coefficient and lower that just a little bit, and that might compensate. And that's something I'll play with over the next couple days. I am thoroughly impressed with this bow. It has been, it's comfortable to shoot. I really like this axle to axle length. Trophy Ridge sight. Again, you're gonna have a hard time convincing me there's something better than this on the market right now. It's just so easy to set up. It's micro adjustable. It's just awesome. And then, yeah, so guys, I'm out of time. I gotta go pick up kids from school and we got all sorts of activities tonight. So thanks for coming along and we'll catch you on the next one. So I was kind of in a rush there at the end to get out because I had to go get the kids. I'm in the pickup line right now and I realized I wanted to share a couple more things about Pro Archery Ballistics. If you have not used this app, you need to try it. There's not a better app out there, I don't think, that does what it does, especially for the price. I'm all about bang for your buck, and for $4.99, for $5 a year, you get full access to his app. There is a free version, but you can't print sight tapes with that one. But he also has a monthly version, so if you just want to pay for 1 month to set up your bow, print out a sight tape, and be done with it, you're done. It's that easy. But for $4.99 for the year, you can print out all the sight tapes you want. The cool thing is it has a shoot for calculator on there. So you can, if you're out shooting in the wind and stuff, or you change drastic elevations, it's going to compensate for you. Super cool. 100% worth the money. Go try it. It has worked out great for me. And even in that demonstration, I slapped that sight tape on, I sighted the bow in at 20 yards, and we shot out to 70 yards. And we were on target. With a couple adjustments, I'm going to have that dialed in where I could shoot it in that center module at 70 yards consistently. It's such a good program. Go give it a try. It's worth the time.